Hello everybody and welcome to a tutorial on my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create your own personal questions in the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire PC game that I am playing at the moment. Well, the tools you need for this to do is you need Microsoft Office. It doesn't matter which one, if it's 2013, 2012, 11 or 10 or 2008, you can use all versions of that. But you should have at least Microsoft Office 2003, at least that. Well, I could search for a download link, maybe I'll put it in the description or not, yeah, we will see. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to create your own questions. Well, it is very simple, it's very simple. Just open your game folder, and in between all those folders and files you will find these files called database and db with the ending .mdb. These are all the different databases, including all the questions and fastest finger first you can play in game. So we have some questions of the different apps, from the English app, the French app, the Spanish, Italianish app, some questions from the US, the questions of the RTL series WER wird Millionär in Germany, and also the Czechoslovakia questions. And you should find there a file named database minus eigene or database minus own in English. Well, if not, I'm going to copy this so that I can give you this if you don't have it as a download. You will find the link into the video description. Well, just double click database minus eigene, open, and yes, here we are. Well, on the left side you will have three different tables: questions, IDs and contestants. What we are going to use is the table questions, so just double click it and then you will find an empty table. First of all, before you create the questions, you need to create the question ladder. I mean, you know, the money tree has 15 questions up to 1 million, or let's say better 16 questions to 1 million, starting with fastest finger first and then 15 regular questions. So I can explain to you now. The first column here is for the question. If you put in a 0, that would be a fastest finger first question. Then we can go on the first regular question, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and question number 15. So that would mean here we have a fastest finger first question. So I'm going to explain to you how it works. First of all, in the second column you can enter your own question. I will do it for the fastest finger first question and for this one here for the first question. Well, just an example. How can I put these letters in the alphabetical order? Then let's say A would be J, B would be K, C would be O, and D would be Q. Well, these are your 4 options here. But it should be pretty clear. A, B, C and D, these are the options to your question. Here you enter your question, and here your 4 options. Well, for fastest finger first you need to give them in the correct order. So it would be here in this case A, B, C, D. First the J becomes for the K, then the K before the O before the Q, and Q would be the last one. So A, B, C would be the right order. And that would it be. Then you can give a contestant ID. I will give you, for example, 100. Now let's create some regular questions. First of all, a normal question would be, for example, let's say, what TV show was created in 1998 by ITV in Great Britain? Was it A, Who Wants to Be Rich? Was it B, Who Wants to Earn Money? C, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Or D, Who Wants to Be Successful? So, I've created a sample question, a very easy one, and 4 possible options here. Next, in the column Antwort, in English answer, I have to answer the letter of the right answer. So in this case I said C is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's the right answer to this question. So let's just enter C. Next on, we'll continue with contestant ID. That would be equal to the ID of the fastest finger first question. So let's give it 100. In the next column we have the field for the 50-50 lifeline. So there we enter these answers which will stay if you use the lifeline. So let's say the wrong answers are A and D. So we can say, we can see B and D will stay. Let's write in B double point C. That means B and C will stay and D and A will get removed. Next we continue with the column publicum, in English audience. There you enter the road results from the Ask the Audience lifeline. That meant, for example, if you say, because it's a very easy question, it's the first question, we could say for A, nothing. Then you have to press Alt GR and bigger than or smaller than to write this one here, and then again for B, 0, again Alt GR and bigger than smaller than. Then let's write 100 for C, and again this combination of keys, and then the value for D. So we've given answer number A when using Ask the Audience 100. We've given B 0, C 100, and D 0. Next we are going to create a text for our phone a friend lifeline. This isn't really needed because the game has special text for itself. So we regular don't need that text. For example, I can show it to you. Let's use, for example, db minus apps. Open it. In order to compare, I'm going to open this one as well. Here you have an overlook of all the different questions, and you see these columns here, the small ones. 50-50 is empty, this one is empty, and this one is empty too. So the lifeline is empty. That means the game will give text and delete, for example, for 50-50, the game will delete 2 random wrong answers, but it will check that not the right answer will get deleted. Here in this case, the game will create its own values according to the right answer. Here in this case would be B, so B would be higher than all the other values. Here in this case for telephone and the additional forward lifeline, the game has its own text, so these are not needed really. So we could ignore these here, but we'll do it this time. So if you wanna use a custom text on your phone or friend, then write these here, 2 of them, and in the middle you can write your own text. So there you can write your own text. The same is with the Zusatztext. That would be from the American syndicated version, the text the Ask the Expert would say. but here the same. Your own text here. Because there you can write your own text. Well, what's still important would be the column Erklärung, in English the explanation. Well, you know, when the host will solve the question. The contestants, first of all, the contestant will give his answer. Then second, the host will log it in. And third, when it's logged in, the host has a little text with a short explanation why it is A and why it is not one of the other answers. In this case here, we can say, for my question, I would say the first episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was released in September 1998. For example. Just an example. You can write your own explanation in there. You don't have to do it like me now. The next column is for showing which questions are already used. So if you have a list out of 100 questions, I'm going to show you one example here. I will open where it is. Yes, this one. I will open the database-trainingslager.mdb, because in my let's play I'm going to use these questions from the original series. Well, let's check for questions, and here, these are the questions I've already played for myself or in Let's Play. You see, each of them gets marked when it is played in game. We don't do that. The game automatically marks and remembers itself which questions are played, so you can ignore this column here. Ignored. Next, the category you can ignore as well. You can write for fun the category of the question in there, but you don't need it. You don't need it. For example, I could write in now game shows. The column angefasst, in English I would say it could be translated with touched. There you find the exact date when the question was played. Let's check where it is. Is it this one? Yes, it should be this one. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Ignore it. Let's go and check where it is. Is it the right one? I'm not sure. This is mine. Oh, I've closed the wrong one. Give me a second. Where it is? Here again. Let's open it again. Well, questions. Let's scroll over there. Normally you find, here was one. Wait a minute. Stop. Normally you would find these dates in. It can tell you exactly when the question was played. I hope this is right so far. But again, ignored. Ignored. In the last column of this table, we find the IDs of all of our created questions. So this leads to our next table, IDs. When you want to create a question letter, you should remember those IDs. We said the first line here was the fastest finger first question, so the fastest finger first question would be 17, and the next question would be the 18. So let's check IDs. Contestant ID, we said contestant would be 100, contestant 100. So let's go to IDs. Contestant ID would be 100. His fast finger first question was ID 17. First question for him was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 and 32. So this complete line of IDs would be his way up to the 1 million euro, dollar, pounds, whatever question. The way from this first question to the final question. Well, now we are almost done. We could enter in contestants him as well. So if we enter here, for example, 100, we'll give him a name. Let's name him like me. We don't have any picture. What was that again? I don't think we need it yet. Well, in the column description you can enter the date when this was played. So for example, I write in German here Sendung vom 16.04.2016. So this episode was played today. And as title, give it the same as your name. So, and that's it. That's how to create your own questions. And now we are done. This is as simple as it sounds, isn't it? 0 for fastest finger first, 1 to 15 for your questions, then your question, your possibilities, the right answer, the contestant ID, the 50-50, audience, phone a friend, ask the expert lifeline, the explanation, the category, and automatically generated the IDs. And that's all behind it. That's it, how to create questions. Nothing more, nothing less. So, thanks for watching so far. Now, we're going to test it. So save it, close it, close this one too, and start the game. And let's see if we can do it like we want. So, in the control panel now, you have to select your database. Remember, we've created a copy of it. So one is named database minus eigene and the other one is named database minus eigene minus copy. So let's click on the right one. The right one here, control panel. Check here. And this one, the first one is the copy. So this is the wrong one. We need the second one. What? Okay, a little error. What's wrong now? Let's ignore it. Then choose your contestant number 1 and let's play one game. Well, this time we jump over the fastest finger first question. We just play the game once. Let's say once, yeah. So press R for the rules. Then I use here just for fun doubled P for the 4th lifeline, and then press space to play. And now it should be our question. Have a look. What TV show was created in 1998 by ITV in Great Britain? Was it Who Wants to Be Rich? Who Wants to Earn Money? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Or was it Who Wants to Be Successful? And you see, that's it. That's all behind creating questions. And you see here in the host screen, there's the category. But it's useless, you don't need that. So I'm going to log in C Here's our text. The first episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was released in 1998. And here's your own text of the phone a friend lifeline and text out of the fourth lifeline. So let's press enter. And that's all thing behind creating questions. I hope the tutorial helped many of you. I hope to see you again. This Wednesday is the next episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, leave thumbs up. See you again. From here everybody, have a nice day, have a nice weekend. See you later.